Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Epilog Studio. Today we're going to make an LED lit sign out of laser cut plywood and engraved acrylic. We'll start by spray painting the back side of a 12-inch by 24-inch clear acrylic sheet. If your acrylic is pre-masked, be sure to unmask one side prior to painting. While that paint sets, let's go ahead and cut out the wooden components of our sign. We're using a 120 watt Fusion Pro 48, which fits a standard 2-foot by 4-foot sheet of plywood from the hardware store quite nicely. Our 1/4-inch plywood is, in reality, closer to 0.2 inches in thickness, which we've accounted for in the finger joints of our design pile. If you're working with a thicker material, you'll need to adjust the artwork accordingly. All of our pieces fit nicely into about 2/3 of our plywood sheet, so we'll go ahead and apply our settings of 25% speed, 100% power, and 10% frequency, and send it to the laser to cut them out. Once we have our components, we'll take the pieces that will be exposed to the outside of the sign, including the front frame, the sides, and the back panel, and spray paint them black as well. This will help the rest of the sign blend together, leaving the focus on our sign graphics. While we wait for those pieces to dry, we'll engrave our painted acrylic with our graphic. We'll be engraving on the back side of the acrylic, so we'll mirror the graphic to make sure it reads correctly when viewed from the front. Adjust your settings appropriately. We are using 100% speed, 50% power, and a resolution of 500 dpi for the engraving, and 10% speed, 100% power, and 100% frequency for the cutting. We'll print the graphics to the laser and let the machine go to work. Now it's time for assembly. We'll start with creating our inner frame by gluing together the corners, using some 1, 2, 3 blocks to help make sure we're achieving right angles. We'll also glue in our corner faces, which will give us a surface to mount the back panel to. Next, we'll attach the faces of our outer frame. Be sure to flip the inner frame over so the flat corner faces are face down. This will ensure a lip is created on the inside of the outer frame. Once that's done, we need to apply some foil tape to the inner surfaces of the frame. We want to cover the inside of the box so the light from our LEDs will bounce around behind the acrylic and give us some even illumination. We'll apply the tape to the inside of the frame, and then we'll apply it to the interior side of our back panel. We'll go back with an X-Acto knife and a screwdriver to make sure our various mounting holes are not blocked by the tape. Next, we'll secure our back panel with a few nuts and bolts. Then it's time to add our adhesive LED light strips. Our LED strips adhesive was not as tacky as we would have liked. They ended up working out well enough, but you may want to explore some other options. We'll lay the frame on its back and place the acrylic sheet onto the lip created by the inner frame. A quick test of the LEDs to make sure everything's working properly. Then we'll attach the front frame. Then we'll plug it in, and we're good to go. A quick LED lit sign cut and engraved with an Epilog laser.